Welcome back to another YouTube episode. We're joined by the main man himself, Diesel. Spud, my G. Today's video, I'm going to take you through, look at him, he's so cute, isn't he? I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm going to take you through how to improve your sleep. I know you guys watch him, your sleep is fucking shit, right? That's probably why you're watching the video. So I'm going to run you through some tricks, some hacks, some things that you can do. It's going to be a vlog. I'm going to talk throughout the vlog as well. We've got other things that we've got going on today as well, which I'll take you through. Of course, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Anyway, so a little bit of an update. We went to Poland for 4 days. We deloaded. I didn't track whilst I was away. I was a little bit apprehensive about going away because usually when I go see Vicky's family, they don't eat 4,000 calories every single day, and they don't definitely eat 5 times a day like I do. When I go away, I've always lost weight when I've come back because I've just underate or I've just lost weight. And annoyingly, being a bodybuilder and traveling, you've got to, especially bulking, you've got to keep on top of your fucking calories. So I was a little bit all over the place, like mentally about that. However, I did eat a lot of food. I did eat a lot, to the point where I was like just constantly eating all the time, and they fed me very, very well. And I got to enjoy some Polish food, some things that I really never would buy or have ever in my life if I didn't meet Vicky. I've always been that type of person to say, oh, I don't like that, but I've never even fucking tried it. But if someone buys me something and I try it, I absolutely love it. It's always the case with me. Yeah, enjoy some good food, enjoy some downtime, was very much present in that moment. Yeah, enjoyed sort of learning about religion in different ways, because we went to a Holy Communion, something in Poland which is massive for the children growing up, a part of their religion, their belief. So yeah, to be able to sort of experience that, because I've always been very close-minded about religion, it was good. It was really, really good. So yeah, anyway, came back and I was the same weight as what I was before, which was good. So I always go away, always undereat, always lose weight, and then coming back from a deload and being lighter is never optimal in my opinion for training performance and just taking that sort of step forward. So I was very glad to come back at the same weight, and I'm hoping now it can start creeping up, as I've only got a couple of more weeks really of this bulk. So I really want to try and build some good momentum before I go into the diet. And yeah, we're going to take you through a day. All is good. Diesel's he's just, I think he's licking his penis. Sorry guys about that. I don't know if I'm able to keep that on YouTube, but we'll run with it. So every single video, I'm gonna tell you what I am grateful for. The reason why I do that, I want you guys to start doing it, because I guarantee you it will change your fucking life. So in the comments, let us know what you are grateful for after you've watched this video. So number one is Vicky's family. Obviously went to Poland on the weekend, very welcomed into their family. Like I really, really respect and appreciate it, because I am not really a family man. And to be honest with you, I've only met them a handful of times in my life. Allowed me to come into their life, look after me, feed me, give me, I've literally got no complaints. They literally went so above and beyond for me. It was unbelievable. Even involved me in things that usually wouldn't be involved in. I'm very grateful for that. I haven't ever really been a big family person. So to be able to experience that and actually be present and be in the moment is really, really important to me. And I've started to be a lot more grateful for that, rather than being very hesitant about being out of my routine and this and that, blah, blah, blah. The second one is showing me more about religion. Obviously, I've been very closed off, like I said in the earlier part of the video, very closed off with my beliefs, and I've never really followed religion and going to church and doing all these sort of things. However, this weekend it definitely did show me a different way of living life and a different belief, which I am very grateful for, because it allowed me to be a little bit more open-minded, expand my knowledge, expand my experiences, and go home and think about things as well, because I think it's important to not be closed-minded and actually be open to new things and trying new things and see whether you like it or not. So who knows, I might start believing in something further down the line. And of course, the dog's health and well-being is the big one. Went away to the dog boarding place over the weekend. I always hate taking them there, even though they're fine and they have a great time, but knowing they come back and they're excited to see us and they had a good time from what we can see, really does make me happy. So in the comments, like I said, let us know what you are grateful for today, and start doing this. It will fucking change your absolute life.
We are out for the first walk of the day. So tip number one, make sure you're doing enough throughout your day. Now, it sounds so basic that, but it's so fucking true, and people forget about it. Do enough in your day so when you get to bed, you just fall asleep. Like, have you ever had those days where you've done so much in your day, you just hit the pillow and you're just gone, and you wake up and you're like, fuck me, what a sleep that was. So the question is, are you doing enough throughout your day? Because if you're sitting around not doing much, chances are your body not want to go to sleep. You ain't burned the energy to go to sleep. So often or not, you'll find myself doing so many activities. I'm out and about. I don't spend too much time in my bedroom. I'm out for walks and doing things. And when I hit that pillow, I'm ready to go to bed. So tip number one, are you doing enough? If you're not, step your fucking game up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down my steps to around 8 to 10,000. At the moment I've been doing 13,000 and my scale weight hasn't been going up, which is not the end of the world, but obviously I do want my scale weight to go up. We've added in food each week and my scale weight hasn't really been moving in the right direction. So I think it's down to my expenditure, to be honest with you. I'm doing too much. I need to reduce it. Luckily for me, I can obviously control that. Many of you guys watching may not be able to control that, which is annoying. However, what I would suggest is on your days off, try and bring down your steps wherever you can. Because if you're doing 20k, 30k on your working days, try and bring it down on your rest day. You don't need to be doing 20,000 steps on a rest day at work where you're not working, you know, and if you are, you're probably doing way too much. So yeah, I'm going to bring down my steps. We're going to see how we get on. Hopefully, touch wood, we're going to see the fucking scale weight go up, because like I said, I can't be adding in more food from where I am right now. Okay, so just popping into Lidl, I'm going to show you a few bits that you can grab from the supermarket. Right, first thing we're going to grab is some of this aromat. In my opinion, the best seasoning you could put on any of your eggs, meat, goes on absolutely anything. The next thing we need, the lighter than light mayonnaise. This is absolute fucking goat. Grass-fed beef mince. So I normally get this. One other thing to say is that if you are struggling with calories whilst bulking, then going for the higher fat beef minces is not a problem in my opinion. This is 18% fat. Obviously per 100 grams is 18 grams of fat and 18 grams of protein. So calorie wise, this ain't too bad. I've always been a fan of the organic large eggs. For the value of money, these aren't too bad either. So I'm gonna grab some of these. Oh my God. Up next, frozen raspberries. In my opinion, like value for money, these frozen raspberries are the best that I've actually used. Also, in my opinion, the dark chocolate range they've got here, in my opinion, the dark chocolate is underrated at Lidl as well. Really, really good. Also, when you come to Lidl, check like the sections they've got here where they actually have the branded stuff, because sometimes, believe it or not, you can actually find a deal like Weetabix there, good deal on that. Fajita things down there for some nice chicken wraps. You can make some tacos here. They all have them at really, really good value as well. So definitely check them out.
Tip number one, don't buy stupid fucking shit that you see on Instagram and think, oh, that looks cool, I'm gonna try it. Most of the time, it's absolute fucking bullshit. Basically, I bought this pillow as I saw an advert to improve like your posture and your neck to get a better night's sleep. But oh, you know what? I'll buy it. Basically, this is the advert that I watched. This one here, you won't be able to see it too well. Look at that pillow. Look at the size of that pillow. I don't think it does it justice on the screen. Not looking at this fat bastard here, but look at it. Look at this. Look at the size of that pillow. What the fuck is this? What is this? We bought it, laid down. I ain't fucking sleeping like this. Apparently it's good for your posture if you sleep like this, because it gives you a little bit of support like that. There's no fucking chance I'm using that. No chance I'm using that. So yeah, I bought a pillow. I actually bought two pillows, one for Vicky, one for me. Spent 70 quid. Took 2.5 weeks to come because it was from China. I knew instantly it was going to be shit. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, because these are and the reviews are amazing as well. And I'm starting to think people have been putting like fake reviews or something because I've used that and it's fucking shit. So yeah, I've just wasted 70 quid on pillows that I'm never going to use. So drop me a DM and I'll fucking send it out to you if you want. I am just prepping meal number 2 for the day. But one thing that I wanted to quickly say is if you are in a relationship and bodybuilding as well, it's very complicated. It can be very complicated for a lot of people. We work with a lot of clients in relationships. Vicky works with the females, I work with the males. And we try and really make sure that we can work as a team for them to be successful and work together, because it is big. Honestly, it's massive. Like there's a huge industry for it in my opinion. So a little bit of advice. If you are in a relationship, you need to work on your communication. Communication is key. So what I'm doing right now is I'm prepping my second meal and also prepping Vicky's first meal. She's on a call at the moment, so I know she'll want to eat after a call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep her food for her so she can have that meal. She's already done me a favor this morning by putting on my rice and my broccoli in the rice cooker, so I haven't got to worry about that. And I'm going to make her meal for her, and she'll do the same. If I'm busy and I'm on a call or whatever and I can't make my meal, she'll do it for me. And that's how we stay on top of shit, be efficient with our time, and work very well in a relationship. And we get to eat this meal together. We get to spend more time together, which is great. And it all comes through like listen, I'm no fucking expert. It's taken us 3 years to actually understand this. Well, not 3 years, I'd probably say about 2 years. But what I'm trying to say is that I didn't know this from day number 1. So this sort of stuff you've got to communicate. We've gone back and forth about these sort of things, and now I just know, I just do it, right? And she just does it for me. So a little bit of advice. Work as a team. Don't work against each other. Work as a team. If you guys didn't know, we feed our dogs a raw diet. I've always fed them raw diets. In my opinion, skin, hair, health, teeth, the lot. way better than dry food. If you can afford it, I would 100% recommend it. So in here we have chicken, we have lamb, we have kidney, we have some other heart shit, we have loads of organs in here, and I've cracked an egg in there as well. Sorry if you're looking at that and want to be sick. Wait, Spud, break. Mangy, sit down. Good girl. Spud. Good girl. Break. Usual pre-workout milk, oats, blueberries, raspberries, whey protein, honey, a nice blob of almond butter with a little bit of pink salt. And also what we sometimes do, what I try and do, is add some of this low salt into it, which is 66% less sodium and more potassium. So if you're struggling to get potassium in your diet, get some of this in there. Tip number 2, caffeine consumption. So we know caffeine has a half-life every 6 hours, right? So if you're banging fucking caffeine at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you're trying to go to bed at 9 o'clock and you wonder why you can't go to sleep, it's a problem. So for me, at the moment, it is 11:51 in the morning. So this will be my final caffeine that I will consume for the day. I go to bed about 7 o'clock. So this is around about 150 milligrams of caffeine here. So half-life every 6 hours. In 6 hours time, which will be 6 p.m., I'll have roughly 75 milligrams of caffeine in my system. By the time I get to midnight, it'll be around about 37.5 milligrams of caffeine, okay? Which is basically pretty much out of my system. So remember, if you are consuming 400 milligrams of caffeine at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon, at 9 o'clock, you're still gonna have 200 milligrams in your system. So try and limit your caffeine. So what I do is have a coffee in the morning first thing, and I have a coffee pre-workout, and that is it. I don't go beyond midday. That's my general rule of thumb. So caffeine is gonna help you switch. Caffeine is not gonna help you switch off. Reducing your caffeine is gonna help you fucking switch off. And some days, if I don't need any caffeine at all, I'll really try and not have a coffee and just have a bit of a detox from it. So if you are very reliant on caffeine, try and take a break, and I'll promise you your sleep will hugely improve because of that, okay? So don't fucking rely on caffeine too much, okay? I have about 300 milligrams. If I have 2 of these a day, 300 milligrams a day, that's more than enough for the Geordie boy. Good song before we go in, please. The run when you hear the thing goes bang. You even like this song actually, don't you?
I listen, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Vicky even listens to a bit of drill, so you know the music's good when Vicky even listens to drill. The run when you hear the thing goes bang, bang. First day back after deloading yesterday, and Vicky decided to. What even happened? You just dropped.
It was not my fault. I would like to start off by saying that.
It never is, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It's never Vicky's fault, remember.
What happened? I was trying to adjust the B spot and it was like really stiff, so I tried to move it with a little bit of force and then jam my finger between the handle and then like the knob bit.
Yeah, the knob bit.
Yeah. Great.
And I think it's broken. It looks wonky and it's very bruised.
It's not heading in the right direction. It's no longer straight. It's now deviating to the left. So
she's got them old. You know, the people are like old people have like wonky fingers and that. She's got a wonky middle finger. So yeah, brilliant start. Good start to it all. Anyway, Vicky's in for upper, so I don't know how she's going to do that. She's going to have to like hook the fucking grip like this. Yeah, do that. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. Don't know how you'd be able to do that. Anyway, yeah, she's in for upper. I'm in for legs. I don't like this session. I might fight again.
You're going into it with a really shit mindset.
I know.
So how can you?
That is actually, you can read my mind. That is actually what I was going to say. Is I come into the session with a shit mindset, going, "Oh, I'm not looking forward to this session," or "My back's going to play up," and I'm like talking into existence. Talking into existence, and chances are it's probably going to happen. So I'm going to tell myself, "No, it's going to be a good session today. It's going to go well. It's going to be a step forward from where it has been the last couple of weeks." Because, like I said, for me, like when I do something, I want it to be like an instant, like, how can I explain it? Like I want to see like an instant change. And I know with the shit that's been going on that I've been doing for years now, I ain't going to see that instant change, annoyingly. So,
which is so interesting because you do bodybuilding as a sport, which is a long-term gratification type sport.
Yeah, interesting. But I want to, if I do a new exercise or if I do a new workout or I try and work on something, I want to see it instantly.
Yes,
I don't have the patience for it.
Fall into the habit of joint prevention and injury type training.
Yeah.
Just you work by habits, routine.
I must say it's getting there so far. Since I've been on this sort of new training rehab plan, the workouts have actually got gradually better. So hopefully third time lucky today goes well. Anyway, I have nothing else to say other than I might fart. Let's see if I get on things.
Stop, don't do it. We're in the car.
May have heard that, may have not. Sorry. Always love a pre-workout fart. So today's session, quite a boring one on paper, however, needs must at this moment of time. We're doing a hyper-extension first. Hopefully get those glutes activated. And then move on to a barbell RDL. So you saw this rotation before. I did a block pull, it just didn't work for me. So going back to the RDL, because that seems to work quite nicely for me at the moment. Going on to a line hamstring curl. And then doing a glute kickback. Now I'm too embarrassed to go downstairs and do it on the cable like a girl. So there's a machine upstairs which is in quite a quiet area, so hopefully I can get away with doing that. And then I'm going to finish off with a single leg 45-degree leg press, which is a brutal finisher for the legs, but again really works nicely on the quads and the good old hamstring. So that's going to be the session. 5 exercises, no more than that. Just focusing on the rehab, focusing on the quality of what I'm doing, and hopefully it will be a good session.
Do it like to my Jordan's loops. That's drippy and dippy. Then I went on to my Jordan's loops. And my Mindy sticky, OD drips, got my ching on fleek. 2 weeks, do so stop Mindy's. Give me a shank or give me a whap. I got points to both, and I ain't too picky. I think it's been like a month. I shot one guy like 2 got chef. Hey, man can't tell me about work. I ran man down till I ran out of breath.
Guys, if you're still watching until this point of the video, I really appreciate it, and I hope you are enjoying the video so far. So let's dive into a few extra tips that you can implement to improve your sleep. I was going to say something completely different then. I don't know what I was going to say. And this one sounds very basic, but it is often forgotten about, and that is a consistent sleep schedule. So waking up the same time and going to bed to the same time. What a lot of people seem to do is on the weekends, they go to bed late, they wake up late, and then they fucking wonder why they struggle come Monday, Tuesday to get back into routine. So try and go to the bed the same time, wake up at the same time, because obviously your body works on a circadian rhythm. And if you can keep that consistent each and every day, chances are you're going to be able to fall asleep better and get a good enough sleep, okay? Little things outside of that I want you to try is actually make your room colder. So sometimes what we do in these hotter months, especially in the UK, is I close my bedroom window, I close my bedroom door, and I put the fan on for like 15-20 minutes before I go to bed. What that will allow us to do is actually cool down the room in general. And obviously, as we know, when it comes to sleeping at night, we need to see our body temperature drop, or core body temperature drop. And if you can get your body temperature drop, you're going to be able to fall asleep. So sometimes actually closing your window, especially on hotter days, rather than keeping it open, actually makes a big difference. Now, sometimes what I do and actually have trialed with in the past is I've trialed earplugs. Now, I don't necessarily need earplugs because it's quite quiet in terms of where we live. However, if you are in a built-up area, lots of traffic, cars going by, struggling to sort of stay asleep, or there's nothing worse than you falling asleep and then you hear a noise and it wakes you up and then you just can't fucking fall back to sleep, buy yourself some earplugs. They actually do work. There are some good quality earplugs that you can buy out there that are noise cancelling, and that's going to help you stay asleep throughout the night, especially if you are in a built-up area. Now, some basic things like use a comfy mattress and pillow. Don't buy the fucking pillow that you saw earlier. I have a memory foam pillow which actually works really great. It's quite supportive on my neck as well. That works, and as well as obviously a mattress, clean quilt cover, you know, thin quilts, especially if you sweat. Any steroid users out there know how much you sweat at night sometimes when you're on cycle, so make sure you're using thin sheets so you're not waking up drenched in sweat. That's always the absolute worst, okay?
Right, how to perfect your lying hamstring curl. The issue that I see a lot of people do is they're like this. They look like they're being bent over and fucked to behind. Not good, bruv, not good. So try and think about actually driving your hips into the pad. So as I lie down here right now, I make sure I line my hip, my knee joint, and my ankle joint. I'm not all the way out here. I'm certainly not all the way in here. It's all perfectly aligned. And then
then I think about driving my hips forward. That prevents that lower back from coming up, or the glutes coming up. And what happens when the glutes rise is it just goes on your lower back. You ever come off of this and had a lower back pump and it's just fucking agony? So drive the hips forward, tuck the chin, and think about dragging. So what I actually do here is, rather than just curling like a lot of people do, I kind of almost like imagine dragging my heels up my calves and my hamstrings as well, actually. So think about dragging rather than curling. Try that next time round when you do a line hamstring curl. I promise you it'll be a game changer. But most important to remember, don't look like you're being brucked and bent over, especially if you're a male. It doesn't look right. Unless you are gay, it's fine. A few other bits that I like to do, which I've tried, is have a warm shower or bath before I go to bed. So what this essentially does is it elevates your body temperature if you have a hot shower or bath. But what that promotes is then a drop off in body temperature. And similar to what I said earlier in the video, if you're having a hot shower or hot bath, and then obviously your body temperature is dropping, it's going to help you fall asleep fucking quicker. So your body temperature drops when you fall asleep. So that's really, really useful. The other thing that I've tried in the past, and I've actually fell asleep whilst doing it as well, is meditation. So there's an app called Headspace, if you've ever heard of it before, and it's a great way to kind of practice meditation, practice your breathing. And sometimes I've done it, guys, and I've literally fell asleep whilst doing it. I'm like, oh shit, I woken up and I'm like, oh fuck, I was meant to meditate, but I've fallen asleep. So it definitely does that. It definitely does the job in that aspect of things. And lastly but not least, I think lastly but not least, I don't know if that's the right term, but we're on with it, is limit your fluid intake. Now, a lot of us as bodybuilders, we drink loads of fluid. I drink 6 litres of water per day. However, I probably get about 5 of that, probably around about 3 o'clock in the evening, and then in the afternoon, and then a litre in the last like 3 or 4 hours before I go to bed. So I drink way more early in the day than what I do later in the day, and that's going to stop you from fucking waking up and going for a piss throughout the night. The last thing that I would suggest is getting yourself like a smartwatch, Oura ring. I use an Oura ring, and that helps you monitor your sleep. So you can get a good gauge of what's working and what isn't working. So if you've got access to things like that, I would 100% buy it. I've got the Oura ring Gen 3. That was online. It was like a discount at £200 or something, and it works phenomenal, guys. It's the most trustworthy thing that I've used in terms of collecting data, and I feel exactly what it tells me each and every day. So little devices like that are great ways to elevate and improve your overall experience into your recovery and your sleep. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next clip.
And we are back from the gymnasium, so good session, happy with that. I'm cooking up my post-workout meal. If you've seen in the previous 4 days of eating and videos, rice cooker beef mince and rice cooker beef mince? What the fuck did I just say? Beef mince, rice, green beans. The rice and the bean green. Fucking swear to God, bruv. Anyway, so another tip for like improving your sleep is just actually making sure that the strenuous work that you've done in your day is pretty much done and dusted. Like right now, I finished the gym. All I need to do is just to reply a few messages, take the dogs for a spin, and that's pretty much it. Like I don't really need to do much more in the day. So try and make sure you keep your strenuous things that you need to do, both physically and mentally, earlier in the day. Like if you're working up till late, trying to switch off in the evening time can be a bit of a fucking nightmare. So that's a simple tip that you can do. Just get your strenuous work or bits done early in the day, and you can chill out later on in the evening.
So we are out for the final walk of the day. The next tip I'm going to give you is these bad boys, blue light blockers. Followed the channel for a while, you guys know I've been wearing blue light blockers for like 4, maybe 5 years now, and some people believe in them, some people don't. However, I believe in it, and for me it's been an absolute game changer in the evening times to start winding down, and most importantly reducing the blue light, because it's so easy for us in the evenings to sit on our phone and scroll, watch TV, but these are great for just minimizing that. And what I find before I go to bed especially is that my eyelids just get heavy. You know that sort of like heaviness you have to the eyelids, and they just feel you're about to fall asleep. A little bit like that with these bad boys. However, Vicky, she doesn't believe, I'm saying that you don't believe in blue light blockers. Vicky doesn't believe in anything that she hasn't researched apparently. However, I'm a big fan of them. I like the orange ones actually, in my opinion, are way better than the normal ones, if that you want to call it that. I don't know, because they actually add a tint to it as well, so I feel like they actually have an effect, whereas the see-through ones don't.
You're not going to sleep now.
But trust me, look at the sky.
It looks like the skies are grey.
So yeah, buy some blue light blockers. Try it for yourself. Some people believe in it, some people don't. Like I said, I believe in it. They're 20 quid. You know, if you don't wear them, you don't wear them. If you do, you do. However, try not go out too much in wearing them, because people look at you like a right fucking weirdo. And you could probably get a bit more of designer ones. These are like gaming ones. I could put the link in the comments if anyone's interested, or you can drop me a message on Instagram. But yeah, you can get fancier, posher ones than these fucking ugly things. Look like Jimmy Savile.
You do a bit.
Great. So yeah, next tip is blue light blockers.
We're approximately 1 hour out from bedtime, T-minus 1 hour. We've got some lovely classical music going on in the background via Alexa. Alexa, shut your mouth. It's the only time I ever get away saying that to a female. What do we do 1 hour out from bedtime? So I take my nighttime supplements. First of all, don't go on my phone. Social media, all of that shit, we're done for the night. Sometimes, what most people do, they fucking scroll before they go to bed, or they keep working before they go to bed, and you wonder why you can't sleep at night. So get rid of social media, get rid of your phone, put your phone on do not disturb, and just eliminate that bullshit, okay? Because it's just fucking pointless, fucking scrolling and shit. Next thing we do is get our supplements in, so I've got all my health sups and all that sort of stuff, but the main one is the Dr. Dean's Sleep Stack. Now this is not, like I always say, like these little things are going to be like the 1%. It's got magnesium glycinate, it's got vitamin B6, P5P, zinc, 5-HTP, L-theanine, all ingredients which help you fall asleep at night or stay asleep. Don't get this if you aren't nailing the foundations, okay? When you are nailing the foundations, get this. So many people are like, oh, I fucking eat before I go to bed and I work out really late and I'm constantly doing mad shit before I go to bed. Oh, I'm gonna take this is gonna help me switch off. No, sort the fucking basics out first. So again, this is a tool that we use. I put this in 90 minutes before we go to bed, 60 minutes actually. It says 30 minutes, but we'll do 60. And what we also do is prep our last meal and have our last meal as well. So that's what I do an hour before I go to bed. Switch off social media, get your supplements in, eat your last meal, okay? Next thing on the agenda before we go to bed is we put on one of, in my opinion, absolute game changer. Vicky, do you agree?
Yeah.
She does agree, you do agree?
Yeah, I do.
Nasal strip. I was literally thinking in my head about what I was going to say in this bit. We use the magnetic one, so I got like a magnet one rather than the strip that you put over. Let's see if you can actually capture it. Can you capture my nostrils getting bigger? You ready? That work?
Yeah, it was good.
Good. Was that like a IG, like Instagram ad sort of thing?
Sponsored.
Yeah, so this is how I go to bed. Vicky really fancies me before I go to bed because she loves me looking like this. Honestly, fucking look at the state of me. So this is how you optimise your sleep. You've got your blue light blockers on.
That's how you seduce your missus.
And you've got your nasal strip. So yeah, that's how you seduce your missus. Well, she wakes up and look like this. Hello, you. Nasal strip, so opens up the old nostrils, as you clearly saw. Helps you breathe through the old night. Like in the past, I'd wake up and I'd have like a really dry mouth when I woke up in the morning. I was like fucking gasping for fucking water. But since using this, I snore less. Yes?
Yeah, you do.
Debatable. I snore lesser.
No, you do snore less.
I snore less. My sleep is way deeper. I sound like a fucking advert. I sound like one of those people that are trying to sell you this sort of shit. If there's a company out there that wants to sponsor us with one of these things, I'll actually do it. Like, I actually would do it because I wear this every single night. This is what I look like going to bed. Like, come on now, like, all right, don't go down there. Like, look up here. This is what I look like going to bed. So yeah, get yourself a nasal strip. For me, it improves my sleep massively. So I shove this on about 30 minutes before I go to bed. Easy work. So the final thing I do before I go to bed, and one thing that I would really recommend, I've only recently started using this, but I wish I started using it a long time ago. Eye mask. Not like the shitty ones that you get at the hotels that you go to. You know, when you go abroad, you get those shitty little ones, or you go to a nice hotel. A proper one. And this one is spot on. It's called, I think it's on, I don't know what side it's on. I think it's on this side or that side. That's the brand of it. I can put it in the link in the description or in the comments if anyone's interested in buying one. When the evenings are lighter, like I go to bed at 7:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. It's still fucking bright outside, and I wake up at like 4 o'clock and it's starting to get light in the morning. So if you are someone who struggles throughout the night, we do have blackout blinds, but of course they're not completely blackout to the point where you can't get any light in. So as soon as I see light in the morning, mornings or in the evenings, my brain is just like, what the fuck? But ever since I've got one of these, I'm able to fall asleep quite nicely, no problems at all. So the eye mask has been an absolute game changer. I've implemented this in the last week or two. Sleep has been absolutely spot on, so I would definitely get yourself one of these bad boys. So nasal strip, blue light blockers a couple of hours before, this on before you go to bed, lights out, all out, baby. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have enjoyed this type of video, please do let us know, because I thought I'd do something a little bit different, make it into a vlog, but try and provide a little bit of value and context throughout. Let us know if you are going to use any of the tips or advice that I give you. And the last thing that I want you to comment down below at the end of this video is going to be plant. Plant. Just comment down below plant. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe. We're chasing down 50,000 subscribers. This is the year. I'm gonna do it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.